Welcome back everyone to another exciting and eye-opening journey into the world of rare coins where hidden treasures lie in plain sight and where a simple-looking coin that most people would overlook in their daily lives could turn out to be worth more than a fortune. Today we are going to explore something truly astonishing, a coin that many of you might have even seen or used without realizing its secret potential, and that is the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 2014. What makes this story so fascinating is that this single coin, which carries the face value of just 1 cent, has been evaluated by collectors and experts to be worth an unbelievable $53.5 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, 1 cent transformed into millions, and the reasons behind this massive jump in value are as intriguing as the coin itself. Let's begin by taking ourselves back to the year 2014, a time when the United States Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing the Lincoln cent, often referred to as the Liberty 1 cent because of its depiction of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the inscription that ties back to the idea of liberty and freedom. Since its first introduction in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth, the penny has been an everyday coin that people rarely stop to think about. By 2014, billions of pennies had already been struck and circulated, so at first glance one might think there is nothing special about a modern penny from that year. But history often teaches us that hidden gems come disguised as ordinary objects, and this 2014 Liberty 1 cent is the perfect example of such hidden value. Collectors and historians have studied the 2014 issue closely and discovered that certain specimens possess unique qualities, minting anomalies and error patterns that make them far rarer than anyone could have expected. Coins struck with even the slightest difference during the minting process, whether due to die misalignment, doubling of inscriptions, off-center strikes, unusual coloration, or the use of experimental planchets, can suddenly become the focus of worldwide attention. When a coin like this appears, especially one in pristine condition, collectors compete fiercely to own it, driving its value to astronomical heights. That is exactly what happened with the Liberty 1 cent from 2014, a coin that in some cases has been found to bear extraordinary mint errors that make it unique, one of a kind, and truly priceless in the eyes of numismatists. The coin itself carries the familiar image of Lincoln on the front with the words "In God We Trust" arched above the word Liberty inscribed to the side, and the year 2014 struck boldly, yet within this standard design tiny deviations tell a much bigger story. Some specimens show doubled lettering, especially in the date and the word Liberty, creating what collectors call a double die error. Others show faint yet noticeable irregularities in the rim thickness and strike quality. There are even reports of 2014 cents struck on experimental planchets that were not meant to be used for regular circulation, which makes them stand apart as trial coins accidentally released to the public. A coin like this ceases to be just a penny and transforms into a historical artifact, a piece of mystery, and an investment worth millions. What adds even more allure is the story behind why such errors may have occurred. During high-volume minting years like 2014, the mint was producing enormous amounts of coins, and occasionally pressure on dies, wear and tear, or accidental mix-ups could cause a small batch of coins to come out differently. Most of these would go unnoticed and be used for everyday transactions, ending up in cash registers, jars, or pockets, but the lucky individual who happens to spot one of these special coins could suddenly find themselves holding a life-changing fortune in their hand. Imagine going through your loose change and realizing that one copper-colored penny is not just a cent but a treasure valued at over $53 million. That is the magic of numismatics and the reason so many collectors dedicate their lives to searching for hidden rarities. The historical importance of the Liberty cent adds another layer to its value. Lincoln has been on the cent for more than a century, making it the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. The 2014 issue continues this legacy, and with every passing year, coins that stand out from the rest gain not only rarity but historical weight. A perfect storm is created when history, rarity, condition, and collector demand come together, and that is precisely what has elevated the 2014 Liberty 1 cent into the realm of multi-million-dollar coins. Now let's talk about the market. Experts and collectors in recent years have tracked the rising demand for rare coins and rare cents, and the prices they command at major auctions have shocked the world. From a humble starting point of a few $1,000s, some of the most pristine and unique 2014 Liberty 1-cent specimens have skyrocketed to valuations that defy belief, ultimately reaching that astounding figure of $53.5 million. At this level, the coin is not just a collectible but an investment of historical and cultural significance, something that wealthy collectors and institutions want to own as part of preserving American history. Think about it for a moment. A coin that was once worth a single cent, enough to buy virtually nothing in today's world, is now worth more than most people could ever dream of earning in their lifetime. This is why coin collecting is often described as a treasure hunt in plain sight, where extraordinary finds are waiting among the ordinary. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent is proof that you should never underestimate the value of the coins in your pocket or piggy bank. Each coin carries a story, and some stories are so rare and unique that they rewrite the meaning of value itself. Collectors today scour through thousands of coins, always hoping to come across one of these elusive treasures. Auction houses describe these coins with reverence, and when one comes up for sale, it draws worldwide attention. The bidding wars are intense, with collectors, investors, and even museums competing, knowing that only one will walk away with a piece of history. That is the destiny of the 2014 Liberty 1 cent, a coin that has become a legend in its own right, not because of gold, silver, or precious metals, but because of its story, its rarity, and the passion it ignites among those who understand its significance. So the next time you find yourself holding a penny, take a closer look. Inspect the year, check the details, look for those subtle differences. You might just be holding something extraordinary. Remember that the coin in your hand might be far more valuable than its face suggests, and who knows, you might stumble upon a Liberty 1 cent from 2014 with those magical differences that could turn your life around. The tale of this coin teaches us patience, observation, and appreciation for the history behind the smallest objects. From a 1-cent coin to $53.5 million, this is more than just money. It is a story of how history, mistakes, rarity, and human fascination come together to create something priceless.